Welcome to the Alcohol Reset, the podcast that helps you reset your habits, health, and relationship with alcohol without judgment or extremes. If you're looking to cut back, take a break, or just understand how drinking can affect your body and mind, you're in the right place. Each episode brings you science-backed insights on neuroscience, nutrition, and habit change to help you feel better, sleep deeper, and take control on your terms. I'm Mike Hardenbrook, best-selling author, neuroscience enthusiast, and habit change expert. I've helped thousands through my book and podcast to rethink their drinking, and now I'm here to help you do the same. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into something kind of, unavoidable. We're all getting older, right? And we're going to look at how one of life's little pleasures, like glass of wine or beer, how alcohol kind of fits into that whole aging picture. If you're like me, you enjoy a drink now and then, but also want to feel good, stay healthy as the years go by. So that's what we're unpacking today. How does alcohol actually interact with your body as you age? And where some things we can maybe, do differently or think about. We're going to hit the big stuff: skin, cells, your brain, immune system, even the liver. And stick around because we'll talk about something called NAC. It's a supplement that might actually help counter some of those not so fun effects. First things first, aging. Where is it really? We see the wrinkles, but on a deeper level, it's like this gradual shift in our bodies, right? Things change. And maybe we become a bit more prone to certain health problems. But here's the thing. It's not just about time passing. It's also about lifestyle. And that includes what we drink. Alcohol. It's not just about the calories, suppose empty calories people talk about. It actually fuels some of the big processes that drive aging. We're talking about things like inflammation, damage to your cells, and this thing called oxidative stress. Speaking of things you can see, let's start with your skin. Anyone looking in the mirror knows alcohol can kind of speed up those signs of getting older, make it more obvious. And one of the main culprits is dehydration. Alcohol, it's a diuretic. It basically tells your body, hey, get rid of that water stab. You know how grapes turn into raisins? Imagine that happening to your skin cells over time. Makes those lines and wrinkles pop, doesn't it? But hold on, it gets worse. When your body deals with alcohol, it creates these things called free radicals. They're like little troublemakers, bouncing around and causing damage. And one of their favorite targets, collagen. That protein that keeps our skin all bouncy and firm. Studies had actually shown that drinking regularly, it could really lower your collagen levels. And that means, you guessed it, saggy skin, more wrinkles. Fun stuff, right? Oh, and there's more. Alcohol can trigger inflammation in your skin. Redness, rosacea, that uneven skin tone. If you're drinking pretty often, those issues, they can stick around. Okay, so enough about the surface. Let's go microscopic for a sec. Down to the level of your cells. This is where alcohol does a number on us through the thing called oxidative stress. Remember those free radicals we talked about that one's messing with your skin? Well, they're not just hanging out on the surface. They're wreaking havoc throughout your body. And it's all because they're missing an electron. They're unstable, so they go around trying to steal one from other molecules. And what happens? Damage to important stuff like your DNA. Over time, this constant attack on your cells, it leads to premature aging, and it makes you more vulnerable to all sorts of chronic diseases. Here's another thing to consider. Alcohol can mess with your mitochondria. These are like the tiny energy factories inside each of your cells. When alcohol gets in the way, they can't produce as much energy. And what does that mean for you? Fatigue, feeling drained, and just that overall sense of, getting older. All right, let's head north to the brain, the control center. Ever heard that long-term heavy drinking can shrink your brain? Well, it's true. And we're not talking about just any part of the brain. We're talking about areas like the hippocampus, which is crucial for memory, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps you make decisions. This isn't just a theory. It's been shown in studies of people who've been drinking heavily for a long time. But beyond the physical changes, alcohol also throws off the balance of neurotransmitters in your brain. Those chemicals that allow your brain cells to talk to each other. What does that imbalance lead to? Cognitive problems, brain fog, trouble remembering, mood swings, even your reaction times slow down. And this is a big one. Research has found a strong link between drinking a lot and a higher risk of dementia, including Alzheimer's. It's actually considered one of the biggest modifiable risk factors. That means it's something we might actually be able to do something about. Now let's talk about your immune system, that amazing defense force, protecting you from all those nasty bugs and viruses. Naturally, as we age, it doesn't work quite as efficiently. It's like anything else, it gets a little worn down. And guess what? Alcohol doesn't help. In fact, it can actually make your immune cells weaker, less able to fight off infections. So if you're a regular drinker, especially as you get older, you might find yourself getting sick more often. And remember that inflammation we talked about with the skin? Well, alcohol cranks up inflammation throughout your body. And chronic inflammation, that's a big deal when it comes to aging. It's linked to so many age-related diseases, from heart disease to arthritis. Now, we can't talk about alcohol and aging without talking about the liver, your body's detox powerhouse. It works hard to break down alcohol and get it out of your system. But here's the thing, when you drink regularly, it can lead to this condition called alcoholic fatty liver disease. Basically, fat starts building up in your liver, and over time, that can turn into more serious liver damage. Not good, right? And here's where it gets really interesting. Your liver produces this powerful antioxidant called glutathione. It's essential for protecting you from that oxidative stress we've been talking about, and it helps your liver detoxify all those harmful substances. But here's the catch. Alcohol actually depletes your glutathione levels. That makes your body more vulnerable to damage. It makes it harder for your liver to clear out those toxins. And guess what? That contributes to faster aging. Okay, so we've covered some pretty heavy stuff. Alcohol and aging, they're not exactly best friends. But here's the good news. There are things you can do. Remember, NAC, N-acetylcysteine, is a supplement that's getting a lot of buzz, especially for people who enjoy a drink now and then. One of its main jobs is to help your body make more of that super important antioxidant glutathione. By taking NAC, you can give your body a boost, helping fight back against that cell-damaging oxidative stress. And there's research to back this up. Studies in journals like Free Radical Biology and Medicine have shown that NAC can actually restore glutathione levels and protect against cell damage. But NAC does more than just pump up your antioxidants. It also helps your liver detoxify more efficiently. Think of it like giving your liver a helping hand to break down alcohol, those other harmful substances, faster. There's even research in the American Journal of Physiology showing that NAC can actually improve liver function and reduce oxidative stress in people with liver issues. And hold on, because the benefits go beyond the liver. Research suggests that NAC might actually shield your brain cells from the damage alcohol can cause. Maybe help keep your thinking sharp. There was even a study in Neuroscience Letters that showed NAC improving cognitive performance in animals after they were exposed to alcohol. And finally, some studies have shown that NAC can boost your mood and ease anxiety. That's got to be a good thing, right? Especially as we get older. So how do you put all this into practice? If you enjoy drink, but you also want to age gracefully, there are things you can do. First and foremost, moderation is key. Health experts generally say up to 1 drink a day for women, 2 for men is a reasonable limit. Sticking to that can really minimize the negative effects. And just as important, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water alongside your alcoholic drinks. This helps counter that dehydrating effect that keeps your body running smoothly. What you eat matters too. Aim for a balanced diet with lots of fruits, veggies, whole grains. They're packed with antioxidants, and those can help fight the damage caused by alcohol. And don't skimp on sleep. Alcohol can mess with your sleep, so avoid drinking too close to bedtime. Oh, and as we talked about, you might want to consider adding an NAC supplement to your routine. And one last thing, keeping your brain active is huge. Puzzles, reading, learning new things, all that helps keep your mind sharp and might actually offset some of those cognitive effects of alcohol. So let's wrap this up. Alcohol is part of life for a lot of us, but it's important to know what it's doing, especially as we age. It affects everything, from how your skin looks to how your cells function, how well you think, how strong your immune system is, and the health of your liver. But here's the good news. You've got choices. By being mindful of how much you drink and how often, by maybe adding NAC to the mix, and by taking care of yourself in other ways, you can still enjoy those drinks without speeding up the aging process. So here's a final thought. Knowing what you know now about alcohol and aging, is there one small change you could make, one tweak to your habits that might help you stay healthier and feel more vibrant in the years to come? Just something to consider. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and we'll see you next time. That's a wrap for today's episode. If you got something out of this, do me a quick favor, leave a rating and review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. It helps keep the show going and would mean the world to me. Got ideas, comments, or questions? Shoot me an email at mike@trycloud9.com. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking for extra support, check out Cloud9, makers of Daily Restore, a once-a-day supplement to support your body from alcohol's effects, and Rise and Unwind AM/PM, a 24-hour combo to curb cravings, balance mood, and improve sleep when taking a break. Go to trycloud9.com and use the code PODCAST to save 15% on your next order. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.